On this episode of Delivering Marketing Joy, we talk with Shana Nute about why she's all in on Periscope. Hey there, and welcome to another edition of Delivering Marketing Joy. I am your host, Kirby Hasseman, and it is my pleasure to introduce our guest today. Shana Anderson Nute is the owner of Spitfire Advertising, and I really appreciate you taking some time out of your day to be with us today, Shana.
Oh, thanks, Kirby, for having me. I'm so excited to be on your show.
Cool. Well, I want to jump right in. One of the ways that you and I met, frankly, is through Periscope, right? We're both fans of that, and you've made a really great conscious effort to jump all in on that. I think that's really cool. Tell us how you decided to do that and jump in with Periscope, and how's it going?
Oh, it is awesome. So I would say it's a complete game changer for me. I don't know if you know this, but Apple named it the App of the Year for 2015. It just started last March, so it's relatively new, and it's growing faster than any other social media platform out there, better than Instagram, Facebook, any of them.
Wow.
So last I heard, which was last September, there were 10 million users, and only 2% were broadcasting. So you and I are one of the innovators, as they talked about at the Periscope Summit I just went to. So if anybody's interested in scoping, it's the time to jump on is now.
Yeah, so you get to be on the front end of that and get to build an audience in that way, and that's really cool. So have you noticed engagement? Have people been jumping in and watching your scopes?
Oh, yeah, definitely. So you had asked how I kind of decided on doing it. So last year I was really watching how video has changed things, like accelerating that know, like, and trust factor that's so important. Live streaming accelerates that even quicker. I'm sure you agree with that, Kirby.
Yes.
It is amazing because people are really craving like authentic people, having that connection, having transparency. They want good content and they want to learn. I mean, I love learning, and Periscope is all of that at your fingertips. So as I was watching Periscope and I'm watching the dynamic of it, I was like, this is something that I need to do so I can really build these strong relationships with potential prospects and my existing clients.
It makes total sense. I think and I love what you're doing. You're being very aggressive with it. And so, if you haven't started to follow Shana on Periscope, you should seek her out. A separate conversation, you and I talked at one point, you told me that you have an accountability partner. I think that's a great idea, but tell us how that's helped you.
Oh, it has been amazing. It has been completely amazing. To have somebody who's in your court, who, if they give you feedback, if they're going to call you on your crap, it's not to tear you down. It's not to belittle you. It is to build you up and lift you and to make you the best that you can be. So the accountability partner's her name's Cindy. She is amazing. We have both reached our goals faster than we've ever reached them before. We've helped each other quiet that mean little voice that we all have in our head that holds us back and lets us play small. I mean, having that accountability partner is amazing. It is completely amazing. It's been a total game changer for both of us. And we actually did a presentation in October of last year, and in the audience was a business coach. And after we were done, he said, if all my clients did what you guys are doing, I'd be out of business. And then he goes, you guys need to write a book. So starting next month, we're going to be writing a book, which I'm really excited about.
Awesome.
And starting on Monday, her and I are going to start doing a show at 9 a.m. Pacific time on Periscope, and it's called Fly on the Wall, where you're going to hear us talk about our experience, how we do accountability, why we think it's important for you to answer all the questions that you have, because we feel like everybody should be doing this. We're so... we just want to give value and content to people because we get a lot of questions on it, and we've been doing it for about 3 years now. So if anybody wants to jump on, my handle on Periscope is at Shana, SHANA_NUTE.
Okay. No, yeah, absolutely. And they totally should. I buy in on that accountability thing. I found that there's a ton of value in me bouncing ideas off of people I trust. And so that makes total sense to me. You shared with me at one point, kind of a vulnerability where you just were not excited about public speaking. but you were working on it, right? And
Mm-hmm.
why are you working on it? Why do you think it's important to jump outside of that comfort zone?
Okay, so let's start with, it wasn't that I wasn't excited. I was absolutely terrified of my, this has been something been terrified my whole life of. I was that kid in school who, it was time to do a presentation from the class and I would just happen to get sick.
Yeah.
Bad luck, I guess. But I mean, I was scared to death. And when I was setting my goals in 2015, I was sick and tired of being scared of it. And I was like, I'm over this. I'm getting past it. I'm going to accomplish it. So now I not only do public speaking, I'm doing live streaming, I'm doing podcast interviews. So it is definitely nothing that I am terrified of anymore. So how I look at it is like being in your comfort zone is like wrapping up in your favorite blanket and it's warm and it's cozy and you want to stay there. But how do you grow as a person, right? Mm-hmm. So I can say in my life, I've been through hell and back a few times, and I could either use that to be bitter or use that to be better. So I look back at it and I say, this is going to make me better. Those are the lessons that I was supposed to learn in this lifetime. And now I need to use that to be the person that I was meant to be on this earth.
Wow.
So I'm going to step into that, right? And I'm going to accomplish it. So if I'm afraid of it, that means I'm supposed to accomplish it. When I was coming back from Expo on the plane, I was sitting next to this guy, and we were talking about things we've done in our life and things that we're going to do. And he looked at me, and he said, "You're an adrenaline junkie," which I was like, "No, I'm not. I'm not at all." And so I was totally surprised, and I thought, what he doesn't understand is what drives me is when I'm on my deathbed, I don't want to look back and say I coulda, shoulda, woulda done something.
For sure.
Right? I need to live up to my true potential to be an example to my children. And so that I can make sure that I haven't held myself back, because that's so easy to do when you're in your comfort zone. You're holding yourself back. You're playing small. So I encourage everybody to get out of your comfort zone, having the accountability partner to be there by your side and help push you and go on these crazy adventures with you. I mean, that's amazing too.
Yeah. I interviewed a gal named in our industry, Jessica Hutwalker, and
oh yeah, I love her.
Yeah, she's great. And one of the things she said in the interview was that she challenged herself in a year where she said, you know what? Once a month, I'm going to do something way outside of my comfort zone. And I think she did all kinds of different things. And just like I think you found, it changed the trajectory of her life. And it was a really cool thing there. And so that's awesome stuff. I love that where you said it can make you better or bitter. That I'm going to steal that.
You steal it. Or as Cliff Quicksell says, R&D it, right? Or copy and duplicate. I love that.
I love it. That's cool. Well, hey, you have answered my 3 questions. Awesome job. I give everybody the chance to ask me 1 question, so I'll cue it up to you.
Okay. So I just got your book, Delivering Marketing Joy. I'm so excited to read it. Thanks. And as I talked about earlier, I'm going to be an author starting this year. Yeah. You are on your 4th book. So I would love to know, how has it changed you as a person to be a published author, and how has it changed your business?
Yeah, a great question. So I think, for me at first, it was more of a bucket list thing. It was, I want to be able to say that I'm a published author. I think that it's evolved into, and I think by the 3rd book, the Delivering Marketing Joy book, which you have, it's developed into, hey, I kind of feel like I have something to offer people that can make them better in their business. And so I'm really proud of that book. What I think I've said to you in the past is there is no better business card than a book. I think a lot of people, and that's a great reason to do it, because it really sets you up as an expert in your industry. As you said, 2% of the people on Periscope are actually pushing out broadcasts. Well, less than 1% of the people in the world have written books. So it truly does separate you. Even if people don't read it, they see you differently because of it. And the new book I'm working on, it's kind of an interesting project that I'm really just, if nobody reads it but my 2 daughters,
I'm going to read it.
I'll be fine with it, right? Because it's about pushing out an idea that you're excited about. So it's made a big difference for me, and I'm super excited for you to jump into it, and I can't wait to read yours.
Oh, thank you. And I'm going to read your 4th one too. So I'm sure that there's different lessons I can learn from that as well.
Cool.
It's very exciting.
Well, Shana, thank you so much for taking the time to be on the show today. I really appreciate it, and we will have to do this again. This has been fun.
Definitely. Thank you.
Cool. That wraps up another edition of Delivering Marketing Joy. We'll see you next time. Hey, thanks for watching, but wait! Can you do me a favor? Please subscribe to my channel. If you haven't done it already, the way to do it's right over here. And hey, if you want to watch the last episode, check that out over here. Again, before you leave, subscribe!